Chosen one, you've surpassed the divine level. Even heaven didn't expect this. If your heart is heavy but still beating with hope, don't look away. What you're about to hear is not just a message, it's your confirmation. Stay until the end. Let these words settle into your spirit. This is not random. This is for you. Every sentence ahead carries something that your soul has been waiting to hear, and skipping it would be like walking past your own miracle. Type Amen if you believe. You've walked through fire that tried to silence your purpose. But you didn't crumble. You didn't let the pain define you. You stood when it made no sense to stand. You held on even when the world told you to let go. And what you didn't realize is that heaven was watching. Every silent tear, every hidden battle, every time you whispered to me in the dark, I saw it all. And now, I'm revealing something that even the angels didn't foresee. There is a spiritual height few ever reach in this life. But you, my child, you have touched it. Not through pride or ambition, but through humility, surrender, and unwavering faith. You've surpassed the divine level, not because you tried to be perfect, but because you trusted me when it was hardest to. That level where your obedience became louder than your suffering, where your love for me grew deeper than your fear. You didn't just walk with me, you followed me into the unseen, even when the light felt dim. Type 1111 if you trust in God. There were moments I hid you, not to punish you, but to protect the rare treasure I was shaping inside of you. You weren't forgotten. You were being refined. I didn't want the world to interrupt what I was doing in your heart. I needed time to break every chain, heal every scar, and fill every empty place with my power. What was forming in you was not ordinary. It was something eternal. You've surpassed what many never do, not in rank or position, but in surrender and faithfulness. You let me strip you of things you thought you needed, and still, you praised me. You worshipped me in your weakest hour. That kind of devotion makes heaven pause. That kind of faith moves the heart of God. And I want you to know, you're not going unnoticed. You are not behind. You are not late. You are not forgotten. You are ahead of the natural. You're walking in what only the faithful see. I saw the nights you wanted to give up, the nights where your prayers felt empty, the days where you felt invisible. But even then, you kept going. Even then, you believed I was still working. That is why you are here. That is why the words you're hearing now are wrapped in power. Because this is not a season of waiting anymore. This is a season of revealing. The glory I hid inside of you is ready to be seen. Many doubted you. Even you doubted you. But I never did. I saw the battles ahead and knew the strength I placed in you. I saw the storms and prepared your spirit to stand in peace. I saw the heartbreak and already planned your healing. Nothing surprised me. But the way you chose me over and over again, even when it hurt, that touched heaven in ways you'll never understand. You weren't trying to impress anyone, you were trying to survive. And yet, your survival became holy. You've surpassed the divine level because your heart became like mine, broken for others, soft even in pain, willing to forgive even when it cost you. You became an echo of my love, and that is more powerful than any gift. That is the sign of a chosen one. That is the mark of someone I can trust with my secrets, with my plans, with my miracles. You've reached a place where now I will speak to you more clearly, not because I was silent before, but because you are finally ready to carry what I have to say. You will dream dreams that align with my will. You will walk into places prepared for you alone. Doors that were shut are now unlocking. Delays are now clearing. The heavens are shifting around your name. What you thought was denied was only delayed until now. You've surpassed what others expected of you, even what you expected of yourself. The world looked at your struggle and saw weakness. I looked at your struggle and saw worship. I saw strength hidden beneath the tears. I saw a warrior when others saw a wanderer. You weren't lost, you were being led. And now, everything is coming into alignment. This next part of your life is not about fighting to be seen. It's about letting me reveal you at the right time, the right way. You won't have to prove who you are. My glory will rest on you in ways no one can deny. You will radiate my peace. You will carry my fire. And those who once questioned your worth will witness the miracle I've made out of you. I am not just with you. I am in you. I walk before you. I speak through you. I am surrounding you with favor. I am filling your steps with purpose. You won't have to chase anything. What is meant for you is being commanded to find you. There's a divine order I've set in motion, and you, my chosen one, are at the center of it. Hold this truth close. You didn't imagine this moment. You've stepped into it. You're not wishing for a breakthrough. You are walking in it. Every weight is lifting. Every lie is crumbling. Every delay is losing its power. Because now you're moving in alignment with what I've already declared over you, and nothing can stop what I have ordained. And now I am setting you in a place where everything begins to make sense. The reasons you didn't understand before will now unfold with clarity. The people who left, the doors that closed, the delays that seemed cruel, they were all part of my protection. Type 222 to claim miracles. There is something I placed in you that no one else carries. A light, a calling, a voice that was refined through the fire. When others were chasing applause, you were on your knees chasing me. When others wanted recognition, you wanted restoration. That is why this shift is different for you. This is not just another moment. This is a divine unveiling. The weight of your process prepared you for the weight of your blessing. You've surpassed what the world can define. You are walking in something only I understand. That's why some people can't explain you. That's why some doors couldn't hold you. You weren't made to fit into what is common. You were designed to carry what is holy. And now, I am calling you into a greater flow, a place where your life becomes a river of my love, where every word you speak carries healing, where every step you take releases light. I chose you not because you were the strongest. I chose you because you were willing. You allowed me to lead even when you didn't know where it would go. You trusted my hand when you couldn't trace it. And now I am rewarding that trust. Not with temporary things, but with eternal impact. You will influence hearts without even trying. You will restore hope in places that have grown dry. You will speak life into souls who are barely hanging on. Type 777 if you trust Jesus. There is something sacred about your yes. You said yes in the middle of sorrow. You said yes when it cost you everything. And that yes unlocked miracles you haven't even seen yet. Your obedience opened realms of grace and mercy that now surround you. Angels are moving with you. My spirit is resting on you. You are being elevated without striving, lifted without performing, blessed without begging, because you understood something rare. True power comes from surrender. You've passed through things that should have crushed you, but instead of breaking down, you broke through. And every breakthrough added another layer of strength to your soul. That's why you shine, even in darkness. That's why people are drawn to you without knowing why. It's not you they see, it's me in you. It's the evidence of a life that has been surrendered and rebuilt by my hand. You're not just chosen, you're trusted. There is a level of trust I have placed on you now that is rare. I'm trusting you with hearts, with influence, with deeper revelation. I've seen how you've handled pain. Now I'm going to show you how joy feels when it comes from me. I'm going to wrap you in peace that doesn't depend on anything outside of you. You'll know what it means to be truly anchored in me. This world will not shake you. Their words will not distract you. Your identity is sealed in me. No accusation can touch your worth. No loss can define your future. You belong to me. I've marked you with my name, and that name speaks louder than anything spoken against you. You don't need to explain yourself. I will speak for you. I will go ahead of you. I will make crooked paths straight before your feet even arrive. I want you to walk forward now with boldness. You've spent too long apologizing for your light, shrinking to make others comfortable, hiding your heart to avoid judgment. But that time is over. I am calling you to stand tall, not in arrogance, but in truth. The truth that you are mine, that I have chosen you, that I have placed you in this moment for something more than just survival. Your season of merely holding on is ending. Now is the time to build, to grow, to speak what I place in you, to write what I whisper in your spirit, to touch lives with the comfort you received in the hardest times of your journey. Everything I poured into you is ready to overflow. Your cup is no longer empty. It is full. And from that fullness, others will be filled. Let go of the fear that you are not enough. That voice has no place in your future. I created you with intention. Every part of you carries purpose. Your heart, your voice, your tears, your dreams, they are not random. They are reflections of me. You are not a mistake walking through life trying to find meaning. You are a miracle moving toward your destiny. You've already walked through the hardest parts, and yet here you are, still standing, still believing. That alone is proof of the divine inside of you. Don't look back with shame. Don't look forward with fear. Look up and remember who you belong to. I am not finished. I am just beginning. And this time, it will be different. This time, it will come with joy, with clarity, with peace. Because this time, you are walking not just as a survivor, but as a carrier of glory. You've surpassed the divine level because you stopped needing validation to feel worthy. You let me love you when you felt unlovable. You let me hold you when no one else stayed. That love has changed you. It made you new. And now, the new you is stepping into a new season. A season not marked by striving, but by stillness. Not by fear, but by faith. Not by chaos, but by calm. There is so much more I want to give you. So many more hearts I want to reach through you. This is just the beginning. Don't limit yourself to what you've seen. Don't shrink to match old environments. I am placing you in places that feel too big on purpose, because your spirit has grown, your capacity has grown, and what once felt impossible will now feel natural. Part 3. You are rising from everything that tried to bury you, not just surviving, but becoming. The version of you now is not the one who started this journey. You've been changed by grace, shaped by love, and lifted by faith. What once weighed you down no longer holds the same power. You've been rebuilt from the inside. And that quiet transformation has made you unstoppable in the spirit. Not because you're perfect, but because you're deeply connected to me. Type 1212 if you walk by faith. Every moment you stayed when you could have walked away, every prayer you whispered when no one else was listening, it all built the strength you're carrying now. I want you to know that none of it went unseen. I didn't miss a single tear. I didn't ignore a single ache. I was there, and I'm still here, leading you into something that only the faithful will understand. You surpassed the divine level when you let me work on you instead of just working for me. when you stopped pretending to be strong and started resting in my strength. When you laid your broken pieces before me, trusting that I could make something beautiful out of them, that's when something holy began to take root in you. Not pride, not performance, but presence. My presence growing within your heart. You no longer need to be loud to be powerful. There is a quiet authority rising in your life, a calm strength, a steady peace. You've learned that being chosen isn't about being the loudest voice in the room, it's about being the one who listens, the one who waits, the one who hears me, even in the stillness. That's where your power is now, in your nearness to me, in your unwavering faith when everything is uncertain. You've been through things that could have made you bitter, but instead, you became softer, not weaker, gentler, more loving, more like me. And because of that, you are going to see blessings that others will not understand. Doors will open for you, not because you forced them, but because your spirit is aligned with mine. You are walking in divine agreement. Heaven is echoing yes over your life. Type 1919 to receive miracles. Let go of the idea that you have to rush. You are not behind. You are exactly where you are meant to be. Every delay had a reason. Every pause was a preparation. I slowed things down to protect what I was growing in you. You weren't waiting, you were being woven. The roots of your spirit were growing deep so your future wouldn't collapse under the weight of your calling. You've reached a place now where I can trust you to carry more peace, more healing, more insight. You've proven that you don't just want blessings, you want me. And because of that, you are about to walk in overflow. But this overflow won't be loud. It will be sacred. It will feel like rest, like clarity, like healing in places you didn't even know were hurting. I've watched you break cycles. Generational wounds ended because of your courage. Patterns of fear shattered because you chose faith. You said yes to me when everything in your past screamed no. And now, heaven is rejoicing over your life. Not because you earned it, but because you received it. You received my grace, my love, my mercy. You believed when others called it foolish. You hoped when hope made no sense. That kind of faith brings miracles. That kind of trust shakes the heavens. You don't realize how powerful your obedience has been. But soon you will. You'll begin to see signs around you, confirmations that you're on the right path. You'll meet people who feel like they've known you forever. You'll step into rooms that feel like home. These aren't coincidences. They are alignments. They are the fruit of a faithful life. I am proud of you. I am proud of how you've walked through the fire, how you've clung to me in the storm, how you've grown without being seen. You didn't need a stage to become powerful. You needed surrender, and that's what you gave me. You gave me your all, and now I'm giving you back more than you ever imagined. What's coming won't feel like striving. It will feel like flowing. You won't need to chase what is already chasing you. You won't need to prove what I've already confirmed. You are walking in purpose, and that purpose will now begin to unfold naturally. One step at a time, one door at a time, one miracle at a time. Don't worry about what's next. I've already gone ahead. I've placed everything you need exactly where you'll be. You won't have to beg for what is already yours. You won't have to fight for what is divinely appointed. You are walking into a season where peace will be your guide. And when the noise gets loud, return to the quiet where you hear me most clearly. That still place in your heart where my voice calms everything. You've been anointed to walk in love, not fear. In joy, not anxiety. In hope, not despair. You've surpassed the noise of this world and tuned into a frequency few dare to hear, my whisper. My spirit is gentle but powerful. And now it lives strong in you. You're not who you were. You are new. You are renewed. And your presence will now bring healing to places that have forgotten how to hope. Keep walking. Keep trusting. Keep holding on. You don't have to do this alone anymore. You never did. But now, more than ever, I want you to walk with me, knowing that you're supported, that you're protected, that you are guided every step of the way. Not because you've figured everything out, but because I have. And I'm leading you to peace. You don't need to question if you're worthy. You are, not because of what you've done, but because of who you are in me. I created you with intention. I called you with purpose. I see you fully, and I still choose you daily. Let that truth be louder than the lies that try to haunt your mind. Let that truth guide your heart when fear tries to creep in. I am not far. I'm right here, in your breath, in your steps, in your choices, in your growth. Every inch of your life matters to me. Every dream in your heart, I care about it. Every pain in your soul, I carry it with you. You're not invisible. You're not forgotten. You're mine. And what I begin, I finish. You are a living testimony that my love never fails. Part 4. There is a calm that surrounds you now, even when things feel uncertain. That calm is not from the world, it's from me. It's the result of walking through pain and learning to listen for my voice in the middle of it. You've learned not to react, but to rest, not to panic, but to pray, not to fight everything, but to trust me in everything. And because of that, your heart has entered a deeper place, a sacred space where miracles quietly begin. Type yes to affirm. I've been building you for something bigger than what you imagined. Not in fame or attention, but in eternal impact. The people you're about to reach won't come to you because of how much you know, but because of how deeply you care. They will feel my presence through you. They'll hear my kindness in your words. They'll see my compassion in your eyes. Because what you've received is not surface level, it is deep, it is holy. You didn't skip steps, you didn't rush the process. You allowed yourself to be broken open so I could fill the spaces you once tried to hide. Now those very places carry my glory. What was once empty now holds healing. What was once wounded now carries wisdom. And what others called weakness, I am now using as your strength. There is no shame in your story. Only purpose, only redemption, only light. When I look at you, I don't see failure. I see fire. I see someone who walked through the worst and still refused to let go of hope. That hope has become an anchor in the spirit. That hope has drawn the attention of heaven. You didn't fold under pressure. You didn't lose your heart. You grew, quietly, faithfully. And now, you are ready to carry more. Type 555 if you believe in restoration. What I'm releasing into your life next will not feel like effort. It will feel like grace. You won't have to strive to make it happen. You'll just have to stay close to me. Listen. Trust. Rest in what I've spoken. Everything is shifting, not because you're forcing it, but because you're aligned with me. And when your heart aligns with my will, things begin to move in your favor. You've learned to see with spiritual eyes. That's why you no longer panic when things don't go as planned. You know now that I often protect by withholding, that I guide not only through blessings, but also through redirections. You've stopped fighting closed doors. You've started trusting that if I allowed it to shut, it was for your good. And that kind of faith, it's powerful. It changes everything. You've surpassed the divine level, not because you reached some mountain, but because you walked with me in the valley. Because you trusted me when nothing made sense. Because you praised me when it hurt to speak. That's where you were refined. That's where the oil began to flow. And now that oil is not just for you. It will pour out onto others. Your presence will bring peace. Your words will carry healing. Your story will unlock chains in others. Don't let the enemy make you feel disqualified. He's afraid of your voice. He's afraid of your obedience. That's why he's tried to make you doubt yourself so many times. But today, I'm reminding you what I've started in you. No one can stop. No voice of fear. No lie. No past mistake. Nothing can undo the purpose I've placed in you. And I am the one who is faithful to complete it. You no longer have to question if you're on the right path. I am confirming it now. With peace, that doesn't make sense. With strength, you didn't expect. With opportunities that come to you without force. You've grown. You've matured. You no longer chase what is not yours. You wait. You listen. You walk only when I say go. And because of that, you are safer than you've ever been. I'm surrounding you now with divine favor, not just to bless you, but to bless through you. You've become a vessel, and that's what I need. Not someone who wants to store the blessings, but someone who wants to pour them out. You have a heart that gives even when it hurts. That prays for others even in your own struggle. That shows up with love even when the world doesn't. That heart is rare. That heart is mine. And that is why you're being called higher. Not to be seen, but to shine. Not to be praised, but to point others to me. You won't need to announce what I'm doing in your life. The fruit will speak for itself. Your peace will speak. Your joy will speak. Your kindness will speak. And people will come not to watch, but to receive what you carry. This journey has shaped you. There were parts of you that had to break so I could rebuild. There were ideas you had to let go of, relationships that had to fall away, patterns that had to be undone. It felt like loss, but it was really alignment. I was getting rid of everything that couldn't go where I'm taking you. I wasn't punishing you, I was preparing you. Now, you will begin to feel a new strength in your spirit. Not loud, but sure. Not showy, but solid. The kind of strength that doesn't need to be proven. The kind that carries peace into chaos. The kind that makes people feel safe around you. Because you've become a resting place, a carrier of calm, a home for my presence. You've moved past the need to be validated. You've stopped living for approval. You now live for me. And that shift has brought you into a new dimension. This is more than a new chapter. It's a new book, a new sound, a new rhythm, a new revelation of who you are in me. Part 5. There is something new rising inside of you now. It's not just hope, it's holy strength. A quiet certainty that wasn't there before. You've crossed a line that few understand. You no longer look at life through the lens of fear. Now you see with the eyes of faith, and that faith is growing deeper, stronger, unshakable. You didn't get here by accident. Every step, every season, every tear prepared you for this moment. Type 1010 if you agree. You've surpassed the divine level because you've let go of needing to have all the answers. Instead, you've surrendered to my timing. You've trusted my process. And I have seen the posture of your heart. You weren't after titles or applause. You were after me. You just wanted to feel me close, to hear me whisper, to know that your life still had meaning, even when nothing made sense. You let your surrender become your strength. You stopped running and started resting. And in that resting, I restored you. I lifted your soul from places no one saw. I comforted you in the quiet, and I filled you with peace that even you couldn't explain. That peace is still with you now. It walks beside you, it steadies you, it speaks louder than every storm. This is your time to breathe again, to live without waiting for the next hit, to love without fearing loss, to walk forward without looking back. I have cleared the road ahead. You won't trip over what once made you stumble. The wounds that kept opening are now healing. The heaviness you carried is lifting. You are stepping into newness not because everything around you has changed, but because everything within you has. Type Amen if you believe. You've been stretched, pulled, pressed on every side, but nothing broke you. You may have bent, but I held you. I never let you fall beyond my reach. That's the difference. The world saw weakness, but I saw worship. I saw a heart that stayed faithful in the dark. And now the light is coming, not just around you, but from within you. You are glowing with grace. This grace will lead you forward. You won't need to fight for peace. You'll walk in it. You won't need to earn love. You'll carry it. Because now you understand it was never about being enough. It was always about being available. You made yourself available, even when you were tired, even when you were afraid. And I have filled that space with divine purpose. You've reached the point where the enemy's weapons no longer work. The lies bounce off. The fear no longer fits. You've outgrown the chains. And now you move with authority. Not loud or proud, but confident in who I say you are. You are chosen. You are covered. You are destined for more. I'm going to begin surrounding you with the right voices. People who speak life, who water your soul instead of draining it. You'll no longer have to shrink to stay in places I never meant for you. I'm calling you into circles where you don't have to explain your fire, where your growth is celebrated, not feared, where your light is embraced, not dimmed. Your presence is changing. You carry peace that makes chaos uncomfortable. You carry truth that breaks through deception. You carry love that silences hate. That's because you carry me. And I don't just visit your life, I dwell in it. My spirit is in your decisions, your voice, your atmosphere. You are not alone in anything. I go with you. I speak through you. I stand for you. Don't doubt the shift you feel. It's not just emotional, it's spiritual. I am drawing you closer, into deeper intimacy, into quiet places where you'll hear me clearer. I am whispering strategies, planting ideas, and unlocking hidden strength. This is not a coincidence. This is alignment. You are not behind. You are not late. You are right on time for what I've prepared. Let go of the timelines. Let go of the pressure. I am not in a rush. I move in perfect rhythm. And I want you to move with me, not ahead, not behind, but beside. Let me lead. Let me carry the weight. You were never meant to do this alone. That's why the burdens felt so heavy. But now, I'm lifting them. One by one. Thought by thought. Fear by fear. I'm restoring your joy. Not the surface kind that fades, but the deep kind that stays. Joy that doesn't depend on circumstances. Joy that bubbles up from truth. You'll laugh again not because life is perfect, but because you are rooted in me. You'll smile again not to hide pain, but because the pain is finally healing. You are becoming more than you imagined, not in the way the world defines it, but in the way heaven sees it. You are becoming a carrier of hope, a voice of light, a hand of healing. You didn't just survive for yourself. You are here to show others what redemption looks like, what faith feels like, what walking with me really means. The influence coming to you will not change you. You've already been refined. The spotlight won't distract you. The attention won't consume you. Because you know the source. You know the power is not yours, it's mine. And because you've remained humble, I can trust you with more. More people, more healing, more clarity, more responsibility. Not to weigh you down, but to lift others up through you. You're not building a platform, you're building people.